Alright, welcome to this Honcast presentation. I'm Breaky CPK and I'm gonna be your shoutcasting host. This is TMM match number 785. And this is gonna be a best out of one series, so we're gonna see some pretty big plays from both teams actually trying their hardest to win this game, because yeah, like, you know, they have no chances. You know, if you lose this, you lose, so there's no throwing, nothing. So yeah, anyways, you know, who's gonna win? Maybe, like, we can't tell yet. We haven't seen the picks yet, so no one's actually right-clicking anything on the Legion side. So we're gonna keep going right here, waiting for the picks. But we actually see Orange right-clicking his pebbles right there. So I mean, this is gonna be a pretty good game. I mean, you see actually this game. Oh, and we see Berserker being picked off right there by Teal, the new hero in the game. Actually, no one really knows what he does yet. So we're actually gonna see purple mid with Silhouette, so this is gonna be pretty interesting. So probably gonna get matched against this maybe this Midas or this Forsaken Archer, we never know. So actually, yeah, there's some.
Hey, you go middle, man.
Yeah, so this Pebble's actually gonna go mid and Silhouette's gonna go bot solo, because someone's jungling on the team, but we can't really tell who is it yet. Anyways, this is my my first solo cast in a while. You know, Phil actually not being in Honcast anymore. You know, he left for his job at S2 Games. So I mean, I'm gonna miss him. Everyone's gonna miss him for sure. So we're gonna see how I do alone right here. We actually, so as to fix the Legion side, a decent team. You know, Pred jungling, Berserker, Plague Rider top. You should see a pretty big lane right there. You know, Plague Rider in the long lane is always good. Actually gives you a pretty good chance of winning the long lane as well as the short lane, of course. So that's it for the Legion side. I mean, we went over Pebbles and Silhouette already. So forcing an Archer, Artesia, Midas, Waltzel, and Armadon. So Waltzel's probably gonna jungle right there. Armadon probably gonna lane with a range, probably Artesia, Armadon bot, and we're gonna see Midas top and forcing an Archer mid, but we're gonna see what happens right there. We see some tension in the Legion side already. Teal calling out the shut the fuck ups on this Plague Rider, who, I mean, didn't really want any harm on anyone. So we're gonna see how this team goes. I mean, a pretty bad start for a team right there, actually being mad at each other when the creeps didn't even spawn yet. So as we said earlier, actually forcing an Archer mid versus Pebbles is pretty decent matchup. We're gonna see a lot of denies from Pebbles. And we see actually Silhouette not in the lane yet for some reason, but I mean, I'm sure she's gonna actually get some levels. And we see Armadon being top, and they're gonna dual range with Midas and Artesia bot for some reason. Armadon's gonna have some trouble actually, you know, laning against Plague Rider. Well, the lane's gonna be pushed really hard in a couple of creep waves, so we're gonna see how he does. Probably gonna do pretty terrible. Me being the brown player as well, so we all wish him a very good luck and the best of times at top, but he's not gonna get that. So we see Waltzel actually going at the pole camp and realizing there's no creeps there, and he must be baffled by the fact that there's no creeps there. And I mean, how do you do that? How come that creeps didn't spawn? Explanation: the creep pool was warded by this Plague Rider, who's playing support. I mean, we all know, actually, this yellow player, we all know he's a great support player. I mean, Bugs, not the first time we see him in a competitive game. So, a very lucky team to actually be matched with Bugs. We're gonna see how they actually come out of that superior roster. I mean, like, who's that bonkers guy? We've never seen him before. Probably a ringer for the Cloud Green team, but he can't be bad. You know, at this level of play, you can't afford to have bad players. So, in the meantime, we see Pebbles actually struggling in this creep farm. A 2-minute bottle, I mean, it's not bad, it's not great either. Silhouette actually being level 3, which is really good. Staying in par with the other solos in the game. And we see Forsaken Archer right there manning up on this Pebbles for some reason. And Pebbles not realizing he has not enough mana to do his combo. Just pretty humiliating right there. But, I mean, what are you gonna do? Forsaken Archer actually being the same levels as Pebbles, which is pretty good. And we see, oh my god, I missed the Bloodlust kill at top from Berserker and Plague Rider right there being the great lane it is. Actually picking out the Bloodlust on a solo Armadon. I mean, we know Armadon is a pretty decent solo, but I mean not as good at Midas, evidently, since he died right there. So, I mean, Dangerous Dan being Dangerous Dan himself and actually missing the Bloodlust kill, I mean, we see it time and time again happening, so not surprising too much. I mean, we're gonna for sure not miss the other kills, you know. So we see actually Pebbles and Forsaken Archer both going for the bottle. Hopefully Forsaken Archer doesn't have a Rune Ward, because he's just gonna out-rune Pebbles all game, and that's gonna be really hard for him to actually keep up with him if he doesn't get any kills soon. We're gonna see how the support from Bugs does. We see Forsaken Archer actually trying to kill Pebbles right there. Pebbles escaping with only 50 HP, and the skeleton's actually chasing him behind the tower for some reason, which is really weird. And Forsaken Archer actually chasing past the tower, and actually getting the kill on Pebbles. And wow, this is just quite special. And Pred just staying right there, not with no leaps killed yet, and you know, just AFK jungling like a Pred should, I guess. I mean, I can't really tell. I'm just breaky CPK, you know. So this is pretty bad for the Pebbles mid. I mean, it's quite a throw right there. He was fine until that happened, and we're probably gonna see Forsaken Archer pick up the bottom rune and probably keep his dominance up at the mid lane. We see actually Pebbles trying for a kill right there on Forsaken Archer, but Forsaken Archer actually backs. A great move by him. We see him playing very passive. He knows he can get one-shotted by Pebbles at this point of the game, so he needs to stay back and be careful. The yellow player, Bugs, actually gonna go ward the rune, which is great for his mid player because he's actually falling behind right here. We're gonna see what happens after that. We see some harassment from Pebbles right here with his Chuck, but nothing comes out of it yet. Easily killable right now with a Chuck and stun combo. Forsaken Archer still playing very passive, actually shooting a volley right here to harass Pebbles, but nothing comes out of it. So in the meantime, we see some action. Actually, Armadon with no mana right there, getting initiated on by Berserker and Plague Rider. So are they gonna get the kill right there? Probably. Another kill for the top lane, but actually Armadon with the big jukes, but no, he gets finished by Plague Rider. So we see Forsaken Archer and Wallsoul actually going top right now. Maybe trying to avenge their friend right there, but I mean, too little too late, and they're already back there, and you know, nothing's gonna come out of it. So Forsaken Archer probably popped his Invis Rune right there, and right now there's danger for every lane, and we see right there Silhouette actually escaping from that Invis Rune on Forsaken Archer, which is really good. So we see actually Pebbles probably gonna get this double damage rune right there, and that's gonna help him a lot mid to finish the kill on to anyone who comes actually. Probably Forsaken Archer, who's still level 5, wasted a lot of time going bottom. Still level, now he gets the level 6 finally, and we see some trash talk right here from Silhouette, who's like, what the fuck, man, like, what are you doing, you know? Why are you letting the Pebbles free farm mid, and like, you're still low level, and stuff like that. So someone's TP's mids actually, probably this Forsaken Archer. So we're gonna see how he does. Pebbles matched his boots, so it's pretty scary for this Forsaken Archer, but I mean, we see yet again this Berserker pretty much free farming at top. Not too much farm, but not doing bad either. Artesia actually matching the levels of the silhouette, and we see right here Plague Rider disconnecting, which is really bad for the Legion side. I mean, winning a 4v5 isn't easy, you know. So in the meantime, I mean, not too much action. 3 kills at 7 minutes, that's not bad, but I mean, it's not the most action-packed game. We see Predator actually working on his Alchemist Bones. He's gonna get them pretty soon. I mean, decent timing. I mean, we see some Predators actually getting them at 8 minutes, but I mean, these Alchemist Bones are probably gonna be like 10 minutes or so. So this, I mean, not bad. He's for sure gonna be able to compete with this Wall Soul, but we're gonna see what they do. So we see the rune not being top yet again, and Forsaken Archer gonna pick that bottom rune up, and we're gonna see what he does with that. Still missing. Some relative danger for Predator, but I mean, he's still full HP, and we see Forsaken Archer coming back to mid with her Ace Rune. Oh yeah, for sure, Bricky. Oh my god, you scared me there, Phil. What are you doing here? Oh, I mean, Bricky, I was at job, and you know, I mean, like, I was watching you on stream, so, like, I mean, you were just alone casting, and, you know, I just saw you casting alone, and it made me like, oh my god, you know, like, Bricky CPK, my good friend, casting alone, that's bad news, you know, so I figured I'd just, like, go in this like safe room at job and get my headphones on, get my laptop there, and cast with you. Oh yeah, wow, that's so sweet of you, Phil. You know, and we see actually right there a pause coming out from the Hellborn side for some reason. Actually, maybe helping the Legion side, but no, it was Armadon wants to reconnect because I mean, he's actually blaming his 2 deaths to the lag, of course. Oh yeah, I mean, we see that, like, competitive players actually, like, they have a big ego, you know, and, like, they can't actually, like, admit they're just losing because they're losing. They're just like, oh my god, it's lag, blah, 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 you know. Yeah, Phil. So, anyways, we see Pebbles actually being level 8 and Forsaken Archer still being level 6. And Pebbles missing his stun right there, which is pretty terrible, you know. Missing a stun, 20 seconds cooldown is very bad play right there by Pebbles. And Plague Rider still not reconnecting, you know, oh, actually, as I say that, he actually starts to reconnect, so, I mean, this is pretty amazing. Oh yeah, for sure, I mean, Bricky, you have always had, like, some kind of clairvoyance, you know, so, I mean, proves it yet again right here. We see Pebbles actually waking up and starting to soften up this Forsaken Archer to finish him eventually. So I mean, it's about time he actually does that. It kind of looks like he was sleeping on the switch or something. So we see him acquiring his Steam Boots finally, and Forsaken Archer yet again leaving the middle lane with his Haste Rune activated. Probably no, yeah, still middle. And we see the bottom rune being bottom. Nice one there, Ricky. Yeah, thank you, Phil. So, anyways, the rune being bottom, and Forsaken Archer actually not using his haste to go get it. I mean, staying static mid and just wasting his haste rune, staying mid. So that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's 10 minutes rune. The ward might have expired for her, you know. Oh yeah, that's right, Phil. Yeah, Phil, I'm so glad you're here now. I mean, this is just, it's great for me. Like, you're there to, like, actually, like, I make mistakes, you know, of course, so you being here actually saves my, my mistakes, pretty much. Oh yeah, that's what I'm here for. I mean, this is big competitive inside by Feel the Thrill, of course, the #1 Legionnaire player in the world, so, I mean, I'm here for that, and hopefully we're gonna see some action brewing up. And we see actually Pebbles trying to pick off this Forsaken Archer is actually faster than him, but Forsaken's gonna maybe turn around to crippling volley him. We're gonna see what he does right here, but we see Pebbles actually stunning him. Probably nothing's gonna come out of that, since Forsaken Archer actually picked up some Mystic Vestments, and we see Pebbles actually turning back, you know, just being Pebbles. Pebbles actually gonna pick off this Forsaken Archer right here and finish him right there. A big mistake by Forsaken actually turning around, thinking the Pebbles was gonna go back, but this Pebbles ain't no bitch, you know. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it was a great play by Pebbles, you know, just staying on him, kind of redeems himself for his missed stun earlier, but I mean, I was watching Dag on stream and I actually screamed and like my whole workplace actually turned around at me and like was wondering what I was doing, so it was kind of embarrassing. So we see yet again Armadon timing out, probably a pause incoming from the Hellborn side, because I mean, no, actually he just reconnects again. So, I mean, to compensate for his third death, maybe, maybe not. You know, we see actually Forsaken Archer being really out-leveled by this. Oh, we see Midas ganking this Pebbles mid, so we're gonna see what comes out of that. And we see Pebbles yet again missing a stun on this Forsaken Archer, tossing him back, and we see a big play right there by Pebbles. Might actually get away, but no. Forsaken Archer yet again not missing anything, but we see Pebbles using his bottle wisely and actually gonna live right there with 42 HP. So we see yet again this Silhouette calling out the other team and telling them they're bad, you know. Plague Rider actually coming out mid and running past the Forsaken Archer and not gonna do anything. And Berserker for the same thing, he's gonna chase past the tower, but nothing is gonna happen out of it. As for the items, we see Predator actually with his Alchemist Bone and his boost. The Silhouette actually boosts in the Reign of the Teacher, so I mean, probably opting for a push pretty soon. Pebble's actually gonna have his portal key relatively soon, pretty late portal key for what we can see. Plague Rider actually getting initiated on by this Midas right there, and Berserker doing a spell no one really knows what it does, and finishing this Midas off along with Plague Rider ult. A Plague U, as I like to call it, you know, I mean we've all heard that before. So we see Pebbles actually trying to pick up his farm, really eager to finish up his portal key. So we're gonna see the middle tower fall right here, probably to this Pebbles. Yes, right there, Pebbles picking out the last hit. Berserker, nice try, but you're bad. So, anyways, we see Pebbles actually moving down bottom, probably trying to get a second tower along with his illusion rune. So that could be very good for him, and actually finishing his portal key right there and starting to pick off the lower HP heroes on the Hellborn side. Oh yeah, for sure, that's scary. That's really scary for the Hellborn side right there. If Pebbles finishes his portal key pretty soon, I mean, we're gonna see some heroes drop like flies. Yeah, so that was pretty much what I was saying. Anyways, we see right there Berserker being in the back, not actually casting any spells, but I mean, does that hero even have any spells? We don't really know. So Pebble's actually just gonna auto attack this tower. A vote kick coming out from this Silhouette on this. We see a big leap on onto this Midas, and we're gonna see Pebbles actually missing his stun yet again. Big juke by Midas, but Midas gonna fall right here to the last auto attack from this Predator, and this is pretty bad for the Legion side, the Hellborn side, who's gonna lose yet another tower, you know. Pretty much a free tower for the Legion side, and there it goes. The Pebble's actually finishing his portal key, so watch out the Hellborn side. We're gonna see the push actually gonna keep going, since there's 4 players on the Legion side right here. Silhouette actually backing for no apparent reason, but I mean, can't really blame her, I guess. We see actually Forsaken Archer being right there, gonna get blinked on by these Pebbles eventually. Maybe not. RT is just gonna be the target of choice actually. And she falls instantly to this Pebbles combo, so bad news for the Hellborn side yet again, as I said earlier, you know, just too squishy. Still too squishy. We're gonna see DD on Silhouette actually picking off this Forsaken Archer like a boss, you know, just dropped instantly right there. So we see Berserker getting tossed on by Pebbles, and Pebbles getting the last hit yet again on the tower, so Pebbles actually exploding right there, snowballing really hard. Oh yeah, I mean, we see it time and time again on these heroes, you know, actually, you know, heroes like Pebbles and, you know, Pebbles and, you know, Pebbles. So anyway, Pebbles and the other heroes actually need to snowball early game, and then they're gonna dominate the rest of the game. Oh yeah, for sure, Phil. You mean like heroes like Ra or Zephyr, even Armadon, heroes like that? Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I mean, nothing came to my mind like before, but yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Okay, cool, Phil. Thanks for being here. So we see actually Pebbles gonna try to blink on this Forsaken Archer mid TPing, you know. Well, yeah, probably worth it to actually try and finish. And we see Forsaken actually fall right there. One shot at this Pebbles, you know. Pebbles actually doing the combo right, using Stalagmite, then shot to actually get the maximum amount of damage out of that combo. So we see a pretty experienced player, pretty experienced Pebbles player on Honcastmyself right there. He's gonna pick up this Artesia as well, right there. So a lot of kills, and a lot of gold coming out for this Pebbles, which is very bad news for this Hellborn side. We see Midas actually landing a combo, and then the Legion side actually doing nothing about it, you know. It's like they don't care about this Pebbles. Pebbles actually chucking back, and big combo by Pebbles and Plague Rider right there, actually landing a chuck on the other hero, and then Plague Rider actually using his ult right while the hero was in the air. So this is very good coordination by this Pebbles and this Plague Rider. You see Bugs and Honcastmyself, you know, they actually play together all the time, and it shows right there. Huge coordination and making the most out of the skills for sure. So we see Berserker actually diving this Forsaken Archer right there, but I mean, no one knows what the hero does, so no one actually follows up. Maybe like everyone thought he actually get the kill right there, but he didn't. But I mean, like, no one's surprised, no one's really shocked by anything right there. So we see actually Armadon calling for another pause vote. So I mean, this is pretty bad for the Hellborn side if he's getting like delay issues and stuff. But one hero we actually haven't talked about yet is this Wild Soul. He's been AFK rising in the jungle for 18 minutes now. No one has seen him yet. No offensive wards in the jungle, and this is pretty scary for the Legion side. I mean, he could have a mock in a few minutes, and that's really bad for the Legion side if Wild Soul is actually not too bad and can micro his bear and, you know, take over the game with a mock on his bear. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he's level 11 right now, but he actually went for Steam Boots on his main hero, so that's, you know, that's, yeah. Yeah, I guess he can't really micro his bear, so thank you, Phil, for the item description right there. We see Astrolabe actually getting picked on, Plague Rider right there, and Silhouette probably rushing Shieldbreaker right there. We see Predator going for Shrunken Head first against the pretty magic damage team, except for Wild Soul. Forsaken is like F and F, and Armadon has no magic damage. So I mean, questionable pickup, but you can't really blame him. So we see Wild Soul actually being in the jungle right there, probably gonna get picked off by these Pebbles. We're gonna see what happens right here. Pebbles actually blinking forward, but not fast enough right here to do anything right there. So we see Forsaken Archer yet again wasting his ult onto nothing really. But this Midas actually getting killed by this Plague Rider right there, so pretty bad play all around. 2 seconds for the stun on the Pebbles. He's gonna finish this fossil right here, actually taunting him. Fist of Soul taunt coming out, and this big bounces by this Plague Rider ult actually finishing off the Plague. You finishing off this Armadon. We see Pred actually slowing the Forsaken Archer right here, getting tossed on Forsaken Archer by this Pebbles and finishing the kill right there. So this is pretty bad news. I mean, for this Hellborn side, actually a concede vote coming out. We see Artesia actually, you know, counterwarding the bottom ward, but I mean, what's that gonna do? Like, you're way too behind, but I mean, this Wild Soul's not giving up, you know. Actually, he's like, oh my god, my Steam Boots on my main hero, you know, that's gonna carry for sure. And what do you think about that, Pebbles? Not Pebbles, Phil. Oh my god, I'm everywhere today, Phil, you know. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why I came, actually. I was watching you and I was like, wow, this Breaky, you know, is just saying, like, nonsense. So I came and rescued you. Thank you, Phil, yet again. I mean, it shows you're a real friend and, you know, you're there for us. So anyways, we were gonna see Pebbles actually trying to combo multiple people at once right here. We're gonna see how he does. He actually fails on the combo on Artesia and Forsaken Archer actually fails as well on the root on this Pebbles, and Pebbles actually being bad and panicking and, you know, wasting his bottle charges, but he's gonna be fine, you know, he's a Blink Dagger and no damage coming out actually. So we see Pebbles blinking in the creep wave right there and probably gonna finish his tablet. Pretty weird decision actually going tablet before souls, but we wanna see how that does. What do you think about that, Phil? Well, you know, like, tablet on Pebbles is pretty good, but I mean, like, you know, I mean, you know, you know, yeah, anyway, so we actually saw the Pebbles, you know, finishing his tablet right there instead of the souls. We're probably gonna get the insight from Phil in a couple minutes when he finishes psyching, so, you know, he could have picked up souls to help his team like Predator and Berserker, but he's probably, like, that's for sure the next item he's gonna get, so I mean, it doesn't really matter. He probably wanted the Tablet of Command for extra mana, so actually, that's a pretty good pickup for him, for sure. Yeah, totally Bricky. I mean, I agree with you completely, Bricky. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, for sure. So, I mean, that's what happened, and that's what I was gonna say, so, you know, that's what I'm here. That's why I'm here. So we see actually Pebbles initiating on this Armadon. Armadon turning his back to this Pebbles. Pebbles actually juking the Midas stun, but he's gonna die right here to all this nukage, and yeah, he falls right there. Plague Rider actually coming right there, trying to heal him, but I mean, it's too late, too little, too late, and his Astral Leap was actually on cooldown right there. So we see Predator actually finishing up his Shrunken Head, and actually getting demolished by the actual physical damage on the Legion side. So we see multiple cancels from this Plague Rider on his ult, and actually using on a single target, but dying. It dies right there, and we see actually Silhouette getting picked off by Forsaken Archer and Artesia, while Soul's actually gonna get chased by this Berserker and Predator along, and he's gonna die right there, getting slowed by those chains, and Berserker getting back with a shield breaker recently acquired, and you know, it just actually like fall back after those 2 kills. So a 2-4-2 exchange right there, probably a pretty fair exchange, you know, trading Pebbles and Silhouette for their 2 Ardus carries as well, so we're gonna see what they do, how this game ends up. I mean, we see some big trash talk coming out from this purple player, actually trying to prove himself or something, and we see some counter trash talk coming out from the Hellborn side, so I mean, this is a pretty intense game, but I mean, the kill difference says it, you know, 22 to 8 kills. This is pretty bad for the Hellborn side. So, I mean, what can you do? Can only wish them the best of luck. A game's never over till it's over. Oh yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, every time we see a team with a Tempest, actually, we always say like, oh, the game is not over till it's over. So, I mean, the Hellborn side still has a chance. Well, Phil, actually, there's no Tempest on the Hellborn side right now. Oh my God! Why have they not like, they should concede right now? Like, what are they doing? Like, well, I mean, you just like I said, they have a chance. You know, you never know. We've seen MSI actually come back from like 20,000 gold deficits and stuff with like a Genjuro, so. But Breaky, I mean, they like that didn't happen if they had they had a Tempest for sure. No, actually, I'm pretty sure they had no Tempest, Phil. No, just stop. Like Breaky, I came here to help you casting, and like you're just gonna shit on me or like that. No. Like, there's no way. No. I mean, no. And like, you're probably just trolling me right now so I actually get trolled by the chat on the stream, so nice try. Yeah, okay, so anyways, we see the 2, like, Armadon and Wild Soul actually having a lot of deaths, and we see Armadon actually conceding yet again, you know, he just wants to leave, you know, he's done with this. 6 deaths, 1 kill, 1 assist, that's terrible. For an Armadon at 26 minutes, he probably doesn't even have his Elmo like Legion yet. Oh yeah, I mean, and it's just like you said earlier. I mean, and like I was thinking, you know, it's just like those kinds of heroes. You know, they need to snowball, and this Armadon's not snowballing at all. So we see actually Plague Rider and Pebbles actually gonna initiate on mid right there. We're gonna see how that comes. We see Pebbles actually initiating on this Wild Soul full force, popping his illusion rune, actually getting a kill, and big bounces by the Plague U, actually bouncing on Plague Rider, on forcing an archer and someone else we couldn't see on the map. So we see them backing out really fast. So we see actually now the Wild Soul wants to concede, and the Armadon doesn't want to concede anymore. So I mean, this team has some problems. Like, and we see Pebbles actually initiating on this Midas big, and we see the big chains from Berserker actually doing something no one really knows. And we see like Florex, I mean, arguably the best Berserker player right now. If like, when you think about the fact that we didn't see any Berserkers before, that's a debatable title, but I mean, you can't say that's false. So we see actually Plague Rider babysitting the rune for this Pebbles right here. It's actually a region rune, so very appreciated by the Pebbles. And we see the Predator actually trying really hard to finish Frostburn, which is gonna be good. I mean, when you think about the fact that Wild Soul's actually going for a Frostburn himself, that's gonna help a lot. So we see Pebbles actually going for Arteezer right here, and he's gonna get him for sure. But no, Arteezer actually not falling right here. That's really weird. And we're gonna see him actually harass with his, like, whatever skill that is, and might actually escape from this Pebble, but this Pebbles doesn't want to give up. I mean, he's actually gonna tablet himself up and get the kill, blinking out at the base. So I mean, this is going really bad for the Legion side, the Hellborn side, and actually now the team kind of wants to CC like all together, but they're still not CCing. So this is pretty weird. Oh yeah, like, you know, when the you actually see the GG well plays actually coming out usually, and like the team concedes, but not this time, you know. So we're gonna see Pebbles actually tossing back the bear and not the hero back. So we see everyone actually trying to kill the bear really hard, and I mean, it's gonna be a frag, but not a hero frag. Well, I mean, you could like debate that the bear is just as important as the hero on Wild Soul. Well, I mean, Phil, he has like no items on his bear, so I mean, like, it's pretty useless. And we see the GG well plays coming out right there, the team conceding, and that's game, folks.